Judge, Mr. Manuel Fernandez is going to need an interpreter. It will be Leonor Santos.
Okay. I don't think I've heard of her before. Is she new?
I'm thinking she's the one with fair skin and reddish hair, red orange hair, kind of short hair.
I don't remember her.
I'm thinking it's her. If so, she's with the council.
Hmm.
I think she usually does like in-person ones. That's where I see her.
Oh, okay. With court reporters and interpreters are hard to come by, so.
Yes.
I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so I'll be out for a little bit.
Okay, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
There's Della. There she is. And the annex. Good morning, Annex.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Who do you have?
I got Fernandez Manuel, Gonzalez Christian, Ornelas Jesus, and Rodriguez Pedro.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with Fernandez, please.
He's coming right up.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is
Good
the
morning.
interpreter.
Yes, let me start that function.
Thank you.
Correct.
All right, everybody pick your language. Good morning, Mr. Avila.
Buenos días, en español.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Okay. Annex,
Sí, sí.
Okay. Court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Manuel Fernandez, cause number 2022-0C0-1387.
This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council Judge's statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
And Daniel Avalar for Manuel Fernandez.
You are Manuel Fernandez.
Sí.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Sí.
Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Fernandez?
No.
Have you discussed the immigration consequences of a plea of guilty on this case with your attorney?
Sí.
And has he told you this would be deportable offense or not?
Sí.
And knowing that, are you sure you wish to go forward with your plea today?
Sí.
Charged with the offense of assault and family violence alleged to have occurred April 21st, 22 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Culpable.
Any priors, Mr. Griffin?
No prior criminal history.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 45 days plus court costs, will make a family violence finding, and you'll receive credit for all time served on everything. Anything further, counsel?
Just wanted to add that the interference that is connected
No,
with
todo
the
bien.
AFV will be dismissed.
Okay. Anything, Mr. Avila?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Gracias.
Thank you. Is that the only one we need the interpreter for?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Santos, you may be excused as well.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. I don't believe I have any other defense lawyers, but they still have a few minutes.
Judge, the public defender on Ornelas is Adam Loving, and on Rodriguez is Rafael Morales.
Okay. There's Mr. Loving. May I have Jesus Ornelas, please? All right, the court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Jesus Ornelas, cause number 2021-0C0-3544.
This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council Judge's statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
Good morning, Your Honor. Adam Loving for Jesus Ornelas, both present and ready.
You are Jesus Ornelas.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Ornelas?
Yes, ma'am.
Charged with the, you can put your hand down, sir. Charged with the offense of theft alleged to have occurred July 13th, 2021 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, finds you guilty, sends you to 30 days plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from defense, Judge.
All right, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So.
Judge, I just got a hold of Mr. Lemke's office. They said that he's in family court and he should be coming over to our court shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is Joshua Avila?
He's a public defender, Judge. He may be coming in for Rodriguez.
He is, Judge. I was just informed he is coming in for him.
Okay.
All right, here we go. May I have Pedro Rodriguez, please?
Coming right out, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Avila.
Hi, good morning, Judge. Sorry, I didn't know you were speaking to me. I apologize. Good morning.
You are filling in for Rafael?
Yes, for Pedro Rodriguez.
Okay, let's
Yes.
go ahead and get started. Court calls the cases in the state of Texas versus Pedro Rodriguez, cause numbers 2021-0C02861 and 2021-0C02854.
This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
May I have announcement of counsel? Hunter?
Hunter Griffin for the state. The state is ready.
Good morning, Your Honor. Josh Avila for Mr. Pedro Rodriguez. The defense is ready.
All right. You are Pedro Rodriguez.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What do you have, Mr. Avila?
Yes, Your Honor. So part of me might seem a little bit confused as to what exactly is going on with Mr. Rodriguez, Your Honor, and I may explain. And the only reason is because on the felonies, I didn't represent him. He was being represented by other counsel, right? So I guess weeks later, I kind of found out that the felonies were resolved, but some misdemeanors were left open, which I think that's exactly what happened. The felony was set for a hearing about 2 weeks ago, and there was a probation status hearing because he's on probation for a DWI third. And then he had a pending felony family violence case, which is attached to this 2 cases that you have in your court, Judge. And those were resolved. And what ended up happening, from what I could see briefly on the hearing, is that he was allowed to continue on probation. He was modified into, I believe, the family violence caseload. And he was going to continue on his DWI probation, and then he pled to credit for time served on a misdemeanor on the family violence case. Turns out the other 2 misdemeanors were left open, and we were wanting to see if the court would allow him to be out on a PR bond to stay on probation or to continue on probation as it was originally intended, or some sort of bond that he can either afford, or somewhere where I can start talking with Mr. Griffin and see what we can work out in these cases.
Is there a recommendation on these cases, Mr. Griffin?
I haven't given counsel one yet. We have not discussed this before today. However, what I see is that he pled to he's been in jail for the last year.
Correct.
So he's fully served his sentence on both of our misdemeanors at this point. So I would be unopposed to a PR bond as long as it consists of no offensive contact with the CW in the family violence cases, which is Laura Hernandez.
Okay. Considering the circumstances, and other than that DWI, he does have several other priors. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
All right. Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to release you on a PR bond. I expect these cases will be resolved fairly soon, but you are to have no contact with Laura Hernandez. Do you 2 have any children together? Are you married?
We got 3 children.
You have 3 children. Okay. Are you, what's the status of the relationship right now? Married, separated?
We're separated. Never got married.
Okay. So I want you to have no contact with her. You can see your children in accordance with any child custody orders that are in effect. But until these cases are resolved, you are not to see her, talk to her, or send anyone else to talk to her. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You will wind up back in jail. You're to report to PR bonds as instructed. You'll have a curfew where you can't be out after 9 or before 6 in the morning unless you're working. You're to not commit any new offenses while you're out on PR bond. Any violation of those conditions will wind up in me issuing a warrant and you getting arrested again. So let's go ahead and set these cases for a pretrial as soon as possible. So Mr. Rodriguez, you stay in contact with your attorney so he can give you a date. And if you'll give us your email address, we will email you the link for your hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have a current email on file?
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, it's been a year, but I'll do a new one if I have to.
Okay, well, contact the court and update us on your email. In the meantime, we will email the setting to Mr. Avila, so please stay in contact with him.
All right.
Okay, Then you may be excused. And if I can have Christian Gonzalez, please.
Your Honor, may I briefly tell something to Mr. Rodriguez?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Rodriguez, when you get out of jail, call me at the public defender's office, Joshua Avila. I need to explain to you a couple of things, okay?
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Avila. You may be excused.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lemke. We're just about ready to start your case.
And Your Honor, respectfully, I talked to Mr. Griffin on the phone this morning. I apologize. I was stuck in another court. He gave me a plea rec. Is there any way I could go briefly to a breakout room and tell my client that before we go forward for the bond hearing?
Sure. Let me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Not letting me move the jail over there. There it goes.
Your Honor, and yes, Your Honor, I talked to my client and he is going to do the plea rec that Mr. Hunter offered for the 3 pending cases of 45 days in jail. So I was going to ask the court if we could set it for a plea to try to finalize everything.
Sure. How much time do you need?
Probably about 2 weeks just to get all the paperwork and get everything signed.
Okay, then we will send you out the paperwork today. If you're ready by next Thursday, let the court know by Tuesday at the latest, and we'll schedule you for next week. If not, we will schedule you the following week.
Judge, I should be able to hopefully get it to by Thursday, so I'll see what I can do to get all the paperwork signed.
Okay, sounds good then.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And Mr. Griffin, she's going to do the 45 days, and then you're going to decline those other 2 cases, right?
Oh, he has 5 pending cases, Mr. Lemke. And
He was
there's 4 currently filed.
Oh, I thought you said there were 3 currently filed.
1, 2, 3. No, there's 4 currently. No, 6 altogether. 4 currently filed, 2 unfiled.
Will this resolve the 2 unfiled as well?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
So you would have them. Oh, because this morning you said 45 days for 3 cases. That's what I told my client.
Oh, I apologize. It was, I thought we just, it was 45 days for everything pending. And there's 4 pending cases.
Okay. I don't think he'll have a. And then the other 2 will be declined.
Are dismissed if they're filed, but declined or dismissed, the other 2.
Okay, because the other one's holding him in jail too with the bond. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, then we'll see you as soon as you're ready, Mr. Lemke. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day. Thank you.
You too. I guess that wraps up our jail docket. Thank you, Della.
Welcome anytime. You all take care.
You too. Everybody is excused. I'll see y'all tomorrow.